African internet real estate. That is the topic once again on Entrepreneur Vault 100, except this time around we're mixing ERQ&A and Entrepreneur Vault 100 because the last episode that I talked about African internet real estate got some people asking questions in the comment section. We got some people sending messages on Facebook. So that is really awesome. I love when I see the passion bouncing back from other entrepreneurs. And this is a good thing to bounce back from because it's about to get pretty awesome in this episode. So there's two different categories that I saw most people were interested in. So we had a category of people who were wondering, how can you do it affordably? How can you enter the market? And then we have people who are wondering, well, what type of real estate investments are we talking about? Those are all great questions because as regular ground real estate, like a house, we have different type of investments. We have buildings, we have offices, we have parks, we have malls. You see what I mean? And then for the internet real estate, we have different type of investments there. We have things like social media, Facebook, YouTube, and then we have things like e-commerce, Amazon, eBay, and Jumia, and other different companies out there. Now, the beauty is, when it comes to Africans who might be wondering what type of investments should I enter in the African internet real estate, the first question you should ask yourself, what investment do you see people already using in the African real estate on the ground right now? The reason why I'm saying this is because human nature repeats itself and history repeats itself. It just repeats itself in a different kind of way. So what I mean by this is this. Amazon looked around and saw people going to malls and shopping. So Jeff Bezos was like, I wonder where the internet real estate of malls and shopping centers will be. E-commerce. People will be shopping online. So you see what I just did there? I just took something that's already happening and I was able to project and predict where the next real estate investment on the internet, on the cloud, will be. So if you're an African entrepreneur and you're looking around and you're wondering what is going to be the next big investment in the internet real estate, basically, look at around you, look at what your friends are doing, look at what your family members are doing, you just look at human history, and you'll be able to get a projection of what's gonna come next. Another thing you can be looking at is, for example, more and more people, like we have things like, internet cafes, and a lot of people are starting those up, like that's like ground real estate, right? People going to cafes and using computers because, internet in Africa is not as widespread yet. Now, the one thing you want to look at as an entrepreneur, how can I be able to replicate something like that on the cloud? Okay? Like you can be able to think about when people go to a cafe, they're going there to look at different resources. If you start a website where people come online, you welcome them to the internet and you give them a kind of a cafe feeling of an introduction, people will go and use that. Now you're gonna think a little bit broader and wider where people are using something each and every day. Like for example, newspapers, as you can see, there's a big boom of blogs in Africa because people wanna read there. Before it used to be newspapers and magazines, but now people are going online and they're using blogs. That's the type of internet real estate investment. And it doesn't necessarily mean you have to start a company. It can mean you're a comedian, you like making people laugh. So you decide to upload your funny clips on Facebook, funny clips on YouTube. You can see a lot of people have been doing that and that's how they've been able to get a lot of exposure. So that's how you can be able to start an internet real estate investment that you are passionate about, is basically look at what's happening around you and to you right now and project and see where people will be in the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now. That's it. Now, when you found something that you're really passionate about, the next question is, well, how do I start? Now, I've made a couple videos on my YouTube channel already that talk about how to be able to start a business at a low cost, how to be able to market at a low cost, all those different awesome things. You can go on my YouTube channel and watch those videos. So I'm gonna quickly kind of like summarize that, but just give you a little bit of a glimpse because I want you to go watch those videos a little bit more in detail because I'm trying to make this video a little bit more about the African internet real estate. Now, the beauty is it's internet real estate, which basically means the barrier to entry is much cheaper than buying a house or buying or building an entire building. You know what I mean? So the internet real estate is, my voice is cracking. I need to get some water or something. But what I'm trying to say is this. Investing in the internet real estate up there is cheaper because all you need is a domain, you need some hosting, and then this is the part where it gets expensive. You know what I mean? As in if you're building a website like Facebook, it's gonna cost a little bit more than building a blog, right? A blog can probably just cost you maximum $35, right? Using WordPress. WordPress is free. You can be able to get hosting on GoDaddy for like $9 a month. You can get a domain for like $14 a year. You can even get a package that gives you all those things for a flat rate price of like $25 or whatever it might be if you pay a yearly plan. But the other part is if you're building an app, that might be an Android app, iOS app, that'll be able to cost a little bit more depending on what you're building. So you want to research that part, right? You want to research that part. That's why you're an entrepreneur. You do the research and then you execute. Anyway, guys, I hope this episode was able to give you a closure, a little bit of a welcoming closure towards the whole African into real estate. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, please go watch my earlier video because this is like Dike. This is something I personally, passionately believe in. This is where all my entrepreneur investments are in right now and will be in for like the next 20 years, 30 years, 40 years from now. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you like it, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you guys on the next episode of Entrepreneur Vault 100. Bam! And also, Merry Christmas to the folks out there. Oh, this is not a hat. It's a... yeah. Merry Christmas. Peace out. Wait, well, not yet, but it's, early Merry Christmas.